kids. I'm here with little Nathan again.
Hello, children.
And we are going to continue our story from last week.
About Joseph.
Joseph, and he was sold into slavery. He went and worked for a man named Potiphar and did great things there, but eventually Potiphar became angry with him and he is back in jail.
In jail?
In jail.
That's not good.
In jail, he is favored above all the other prisoners, and he gets to this place where he's in charge of all the prisoners there.
He's like the guy in jail that can get you stuff from the outside.
Exactly. And
my Uncle Louis was like that.
You don't have an Uncle Louis.
He could get you whatever you wanted.
Uh-huh. Well, while Joseph was in jail, he met Pharaoh's cupbearer and his baker.
Oh.
And so the cupbearer was the person who would serve Pharaoh wine and stuff like that. And the baker, it's obvious, he would make all the dainties and baking goods.
The baking stuff is the baker, is what you're saying.
They both, while they're in jail, have these weird dreams.
I would imagine in jail you'd have some strange dreams.
The cupbearer,
tough to get a good night's sleep.
The cupbearer has this dream where he is holding on to 3 branches that have grapes on them, and he's squeezing the grapes right into Pharaoh's cup.
So he's making wine, kind of, for Pharaoh in his dream.
The baker has a different dream where
that's a weird one.
He has pastry that he's holding on his head, and the birds come and eat it.
He's got blue jays eating the pizza on his head.
Right.
And it looks like his head's growing out of some sort of a plateau.
They cannot figure out what these dreams mean, and so they ask Joseph. And he says to the...
Now, why do they ask Joseph? They know that he might have a sense of what these things mean?
Because Joseph's very wise, and they know that he has experience with dreams. Because remember last time he had some dreams?
Yes.
Last week? Yeah. Okay, so Joseph says to the cupbearer, what that means is that in 3 days, you are going to be back in the king's palace and serving him wine.
Oh, that's great news. The cupbearer would be really happy. He gets his old job back, gets to go back out of jail.
Right.
That's
But
good.
for the baker, things are not going to turn out well. And Joseph has to tell him, your dream means that in 3 days, things aren't going to go so well for you, and you will not be going back to your job.
What happens to him?
It's kind of graphic, so we'll maybe leave the parents to tell their kids about it.
Okay, wow, that sounds... Just leave it to your imagination.
Yeah. And so when the cupbearer goes back to Pharaoh's castle, or palace, or whatever he lived in.
He'll be able to tell Pharaoh about Joseph being in jail, and Joseph helped him, and he can come out.
Right. Joseph is hoping that he gets out, but the cupbearer forgets all about Joseph.
You're kidding me.
No.
He forgets about Joseph, the guy that helped him in jail.
Right. So Joseph is left in jail for a long time until Pharaoh has a weird dream. And Pharaoh dreams about...
Having trouble seeing, it looks like Winnie the Pooh. You have a dream?
Pharaoh dreams about some fat cows and some thin cows. And these 7 fat cows get eaten by 7 thin cows. And he doesn't know what his dream means, and all his wise advisors don't know what it means. But the cupbearer says to him, you know what?
Well, he'd remember Joseph then.
A long time ago, I knew a man in jail who could interpret dreams. So Joseph comes to meet Pharaoh, and he interprets his dream.
Do they clean Joseph up a bit before he goes to the Pharaoh?
They do. But do you think you understand what this dream means?
Oh man, there could mean anything really. You got 5 cows.
No, 7.
7 cows, so 7 fat cows.
Yep.
And they eat the skinny cows?
No, the skinny cows eat the fat cows. And what it means, actually, Joseph heard from God that this meant that Egypt was going to have a time where there was going to be lots and lots of food for 7 years.
The fat cows, kind of.
The fat cows. But then after that, there would be 7 years of famine, which means no food.
The skinny cows.
The skinny cows.
I'm tracking with this. I bet you Pharaoh got this too.
And so Joseph, since he was so smart and had such a good relationship with God, he said to Pharaoh, you know what you need to do? You need to start storing up food and saving it for when we have the famine, so that everybody can be healthy and have enough food to eat.
Well, that's kind of nice that they could see it coming.
Yeah.
It would be like if everybody knew that COVID was going to happen, we could have gotten ready.
Right. Exactly. Sort of. So...
Precisely, I think that's a great way to put it for the children.
Exactly. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to practice the discipline of prayer. See, Joseph had this amazing prayer life where he heard from God lots and he was able to interpret dreams. But he also knew that God was always with him in scary times, like when he's in the jail, and in good times when he got out of jail. God was continuously with him.
It would be hard to remember God's with you when you're in jail.
Right. And so today we're going to make these little bracelets that say God is with me.
That one says God is with NJW.
Which means it's for you, because those are your initials. So I made this bracelet for you, and when you face scary things like Joseph in jail, you might not go to jail, but sometimes you have a test at school, or you have to make new friends, and those are scary things. You just wear this bracelet and you remember that God is with you.
Are those genuine pearls?
Yes, and
Nice.
you can turn it like this and remind yourself that God is with you.
God is with NJW.
Jesus is with you.
Do you know what
and
the J stands
Holy
for?
Spirit is with you. The J stands for Jade.
Jerome.
Alrighty. Anyway, let me bless you, and then you can go, okay?
Where am I gonna go?
You're gonna go back to school.
I don't go to school.
Everyone goes to
I'm
school.
going back to my suitcase. Hold on.
Alrighty. But remember, God is with you. You can face this.
That's true.
Alrighty. So, may you always know God's love. May you know that He is with you and that He sings over you and delights in you. Goodbye, children.